if you wanted to make the case that reform had been sat for too long at the children's table of UK politics, patronised by the other parties, a bit by a lot of the media, well, you would look at the chaos of Labour today, the Tories struggling so badly in the polls, and say, well, if that's the grown-ups, I mean, bring on the kids on their scooters. Just a little detail that I noticed from our PM playbook, which was the entertainment politics in Birmingham, where we had our minds on what was going on with the government. You know, we had Andrea Jenkins. She came on a bit like whipping up the crowd. The broadcaster Jeremy Kyle, never knowingly understated, pounding around with a microphone, chatting to Reform fans in the crowd, and also doing a bit of a comedian turn. So what we think when we do clips, and we hear a lot of clips as we'll do here on the podcast, is there was a real kind of Barnum mood there. It wasn't, some people say he runs things a bit like rallies that maybe for some people have a slightly unfortunate undertone, but this was also a defense of the flag, fly the flag, take the argument about the flag to Keir Starmer. It was a real, almost like a fairground mood in which he was moving then between sort of comedy and then saying, but really, this is the serious business. We're all here to have a good time, but this is now a real party conference with a view to getting into power.
On the sort of optics of it, Reform are very, very good, better than the other parties at the razzmatazz, at the visuals. They're spectacular. I don't know why Labour and Tory can't get their ducks in a row. They make it look like there's momentum, there's crowds, there's fireworks. It's the full works. It looks like a game show from the 1980s and Nigel Farage, the host, walking down the stairs. But what I actually thought of the speech in total was that it was not a particularly polished effort. Nigel Farage did it off the top of his head. He'd only landed back from America yesterday. There was no autocue. I'm told he'd never rehearsed in the hall. And I'm not sure it gelled. Nigel Farage is very good at press conferences. And what we got was a series of extended press conference question answers and not a sort of coherent argument. And bizarrely, halfway through the speech, was crowbarred in an awful lot of Nadine Dorries, who was invited on stage and then spoke at incredible length, which frankly disrupted the coherence of all that was going on. So overall, I slightly thought it was a bit rambly. The sub-editor in me would want to cut it down. He was extemporizing. It was a lunch speech, not a conference speech. Other leaders spend months working out themes, notes to hit, and language. That wasn't what they do. It's not what they do. It was a feel-good affair for the people in the room.